Hello, in this video I will demonstrate the type B workflow executor for the openxc workflow example. First I will show the input of the C workflow. The input of the C workflow is the same as the input of the max speed per trace. So let's go ahead and look at our workflow in data view. This workflow has two tasks. Max speed per trace is the first task. For time's sake, I have already applied map construct on this first task. And the second task is max speed per vehicle. I have applied a reduce construct with the key as vehicle on this task. Let's look at the input of the C workflow, which in this case is openxc C1. Let me log into my database so I can show you the data, how it looks like. The input is a collection that has 7 rows in it. You can see the keys or driver, vehicle, trace, or the keys, value is a relation name. So there are 7 relations registered here. So I will go to my relational DPS and you can see there are 7 relations here. Each relation has a signal name, value, and timestamp as the columns. Each of those relation has around 100,000 rows in it. Let me go ahead and run this workflow. Currently the first task is getting executed and you can see from the logs that the temp tables have been generated. The first task just got executed and the second task have initiated its execution. Okay, so the workflow just got executed. Now I will show you the input for each of the maps, max speed per trace, and the output generated from each of the map. Before we do that, let's just make sure we discuss about the temp table. I will demo you the temp table. So you can see there is a temp table here, and then there are 7 rows, and for each row there is a virtual machine number assigned to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and look at my first data node. I'll go to the collectional DPS, and you can see there is openxc C1 here. This is the first input for the map, and it has 3 rows here. And what is the output of that map? The output of the map is shown right here. You can see there is a driver as a key, vehicle as a key, traces as a key, and max speed as a value. It is a scalar value, and for each trace we go and find the maximum speed that exists in the trace. Let's now go ahead and look at the second data node. The input of the second map is this one right here that has 2 rows. And again, each row has a relation, so you can see that I have already copied the relation from the master node to the data nodes. Now I will go back to the collectional DPS and I can show you the output generated by the map. The output generated by the map is again driver vehicle traces max speed as a scalar value. Let's go ahead and look at the third data node. I will go to the collectional DPS and you can see the input here has two rows. Again, the relation have already been copied over from the master node to these data nodes. And the output generated by the third map is this one right here. You can see there is two rows again, and the max speed is shown here. The output of the max speed per trace, the task, I will show you the output. The output looks like this. It has three rows. Well, this is not the output yet. Let me go to the output of the task. Okay, so this is the output of the task. You can see there are 7 rows here. Each row has a max speed. So that's the output of the task. The output collection from max speed per trace is sent as input to the max speed per vehicle task. According to the structure of the workflow, we can validate that. The output is sent to this task. Now I will show the input partition for the reduce, vehicle, max speed per vehicle, and the output collection for each of those reduce tasks. I will show you the output. Okay, now first let's go ahead and look at the input for each of the reduce. For that I need to log in to my data node 1. Before I do that, I would like to show you the temp table so you can verify how the data was distributed among the data nodes. You can see there is a temp table right here that has 7 rows and it's distributed among the data nodes. So in this case we are just using it in 2 data node, so it is only 2 partition. So then I will go to data node 2 and data node 3. I will go to data node 2. Collectional DPS. Here you can see there is 4 rows as input. Because the value is a scalar value, there is no need for copying the relation to those data nodes. What is the output of this reduce? The output of the reduce is right here. You can see there is 2 vehicles and the max speed shown here. V001, V002, the maximum speed displayed here. And now let's go ahead and look at the second reduce. The input of the second reduce is shown right here. There is 3 rows. And what is the output of the second reduce? Let me show you that one right here. V003, it is 99.999. Okay, the individual input and output for the reduce. Let's look at the output of the task, which in this case is max speed per vehicle. So the output of the task is shown right here, V001, 002 and 003. Again, the output of the task is the same as the output of the C workflow, because Max speed per vehicle is the last task in the workflow. Thank you for watching this video.